If you walk through almost any rural village, you'll pass right by it. The Gular Tree is a quiet, mundane fixture of the everyday landscape. But look at this stone sculpture of the wealth god Kubera. For centuries, grandmothers passed down a legend. If you manage to spot a Gular tree in bloom, you will uncover his legendary bottomless hoard of treasure. There is a glaring paradox at the center of this myth. Despite thousands of years of human observation, nobody has ever actually seen a gular flower. Generations dismissed the invisible bloom as a fairy tale, completely unaware that the biological architecture inside those branches would eventually prove the myth right in a way they didn't expect. Those hard green spheres clustered on the branches aren't fruit in the traditional sense. This diagram shows a syconium. Instead of petals opening up to the sun, nature took the flower, inverted it, and grew the wall of the fruit entirely around the blooms. Inside that dark enclosed chamber, 7,000 microscopic flowers bloom simultaneously. This creates a significant problem. With 7,000 flowers locked behind a thick green barrier, normal pollinators like bees or the wind cannot reach them. To survive, the Gular tree relies on a specific biological loophole, a one-way suicide mission. This terrain is patrolled by a single protagonist, the microscopic female fig wasp. Her only point of entry is a single pore at the base of the sphere, a gap so tight that a needle cannot pass through it. She forces her way in anyway. As she pushes through the passage, the friction shears her delicate wings from her body. The pressure then crushes her antennae, leaving her blind and trapped. She operates on an instinct that confirms she can never leave this space alive. This physical sacrifice is the mandatory entry fee. By stripping the wasp of her ability to fly, the tree ensures she commits her remaining energy to the flowers inside. In pitch blackness, the wasp crawls over the 7,000 blooms, pollinating the flowers and laying her eggs in the crevices. Exhausted by the entry and the labor of pollination, she dies inside the chamber. The tree does not simply leave her remains. It secretes specific enzymes designed to dissolve her exoskeleton and absorb her nutrients. Anyone who has eaten a wild, raw gular has unknowingly ingested the fully digested remains of a dead insect. The green sphere functions as a closed-loop recycling center, using the absorbed remains of its only pollinator to fuel the development of the next generation of seeds. It is worth asking why nature would favor a design that requires such a brutal cost for every single generation. Biologists call this obligate mutualism. Neither the tree nor the wasp can reproduce or exist without the other. This specific trade deal has been executing with failure for 80 million years. While the apex predators seen in museum displays were wiped out by global extinction events, this tiny insect and tree alliance continued uninterrupted. What appears as a tragedy at the microscopic level has proven to be an incredibly resilient strategy for survival across geologic time. This historical village scene brings us back to the grandmothers and their stories of hidden wealth. The next time you see that green sphere on a branch, imagine the complexity hidden just behind that green wall. The grandmother's legend was accurate. There is a treasure inside, the result of 7,000 flowers born from a prehistoric sacrifice. The most profound secrets of the natural world are often hiding in plain sight, disguised as the most ordinary things in our backyards.